I used to wonder why some people seem to be liked by everyone, while others, like me, often felt misunderstood. There were times when I spoke with good intentions, yet my words somehow came out wrong and hurt someone's feelings. I thought I was being honest, but honesty without empathy can sound like arrogance to those who listen. One day, a friend told me something simple that changed how I speak forever. He said, "You don't have to talk less. You just need to talk with more heart." That sentence stayed with me for years, quietly reshaping the way I communicate with people. I realized that being understood is not about speaking loudly, but about speaking kindly. The first thing I learned was to slow down before I respond to anything. Because sometimes, silence is not weakness, it's wisdom taking a deep breath. When someone disagrees with you, it's easy to defend yourself instantly. But when you pause, you give space for respect to enter the conversation. People don't remember every word you say, but they always remember how you made them feel. I started to practice looking into people's eyes while listening, not waiting for my turn to speak. That small habit made others feel valued, even when I said very little. The second lesson was learning to lower my tone when emotions rise. The louder the argument, the softer your voice should become. Because a calm tone can disarm anger faster than any clever argument. I used to think strong people always spoke with power. Now I know true strength is the ability to stay gentle when others lose control. The third thing I discovered is that humor can heal conversations, but only if it's kind. A joke that embarrasses someone is not humor, it's hidden cruelty. If you can make people laugh without hurting anyone, they'll feel safe around you. And safety is the foundation of every meaningful connection. Next, I learned the magic of giving compliments sincerely and specifically. Instead of saying, "You're great," try saying, "I admire how calm you stayed during that tough moment." That kind of appreciation reaches deeper because it recognizes effort, not just results. People crave recognition more than perfection, and kind words cost nothing. Another lesson was to stop correcting others in public unless it's absolutely necessary. Embarrassing someone in front of others may win the moment but lose the relationship. A quiet private correction builds trust, a loud public one builds walls. I also realized that body language speaks before words do. A smile, a nod, or an open posture can soften even the hardest conversations. The way you look at people can say, "I care," long before your mouth does. I used to cross my arms when nervous, now I keep them open, and people feel more welcome. It's funny how small changes in posture can change entire relationships. Another habit I broke was the need to win every conversation. Because every time you try to win, someone else has to lose. Real communication isn't a battle, it's a bridge. When both sides feel respected, everyone wins without keeping score. One more secret I learned: people love being listened to more than being advised. Most of the time, they don't want your solution, they want your presence. So instead of saying, "Here's what you should do," I learned to say, "That sounds really hard. Tell me more." That one sentence can turn a wall into a doorway. Then there's the power of apology, simple, direct, and humble. Saying, "I was wrong," doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. I used to resist apologizing because I thought it lowered my value. But the truth is, apology raises your value because it shows emotional maturity. Another thing, don't talk about people, talk to them. Gossip might bring short-term bonding, but it leaves long-term scars. If someone is not in the room, their name shouldn't be on your tongue. And if they are in the room, speak in a way you'd still respect yourself later. The more I practiced these things, the more peaceful my conversations became. People started opening up more, trusting me with their stories. It wasn't because I spoke better, it was because I listened better. I realized communication isn't about words, it's about energy. Your tone, your eyes, your pauses, they carry more meaning than your vocabulary. You can say the same sentence kindly or cruelly, and the result will be worlds apart. So before speaking, I ask myself, will this make someone's day better or worse? If the answer is worse, I stay silent. Silence is free, use it generously. But when you do speak, speak with intention. Mean what you say, and say it with respect. Over time, I noticed I had fewer arguments, fewer misunderstandings. Not because I avoided people, but because I finally understood them. Empathy became my default language. And you know what's funny? Once I stopped trying to sound smart, people started calling me wise. Because wisdom isn't in fancy words, it's in the warmth behind them. Now, whenever I meet someone new, I remind myself, be curious, not judgmental. Ask about their story, not their mistakes. People blossom when they feel safe to be themselves. Every person you meet is fighting a silent battle you can't see. So your kindness might be the only sunshine they get that day. If you want to be loved, learn to make others feel loved first. And the easiest way to do that is through the way you speak. Speak softly, but with conviction. Speak honestly, but with compassion. Speak less about yourself and more about what matters to others. Because communication isn't about impressing, it's about connecting. I used to walk into rooms wanting to be noticed. Now I walk in wanting to make others feel noticed. That simple shift turns strangers into friends, and tension into harmony. The truth is, speaking wisely isn't a gift, it's a choice we make every day. You can choose to react or to respond. You can choose to hurt or to heal. And every time you choose kindness, you become someone people want to be around. So speak like this, with warmth, awareness, and grace. And you'll never have to worry about being hated again. Not because everyone will agree with you, but because everyone will feel respected by you. That, my friend, is the secret of exceptional communication. Now, if you'll allow me, I'd like to share with you some simple yet powerful communication rules that can make every conversation more meaningful and impactful. Empathy is the bridge. The best way to connect is to listen with empathy, not just hear with your ears. Pause before responding. A moment of silence often says more than rushed words ever could. Listen to understand, not to reply. It's easy to think of your response while the other person is talking, but try truly absorbing their words first. Kindness over cleverness. Your words don't need to be the sharpest, they just need to be kind. A calm voice conquers conflict. When emotions flare, a gentle tone can turn a heated argument into a peaceful exchange. Compliments with substance. Instead of general praise, focus on specific actions that show you've truly noticed and appreciated someone. Private corrections. Public praise. Correct in private, and in public, lift others up. It shows respect and builds trust. Body language speaks first. Sometimes, the way you stand, smile, or look at someone says more than your words ever will. Don't aim to win, aim to connect. In a conversation, the goal isn't to be right, it's to understand and be understood. Make people feel heard. Sometimes the best thing you can offer isn't advice, but a compassionate ear and a validating word. Apologize without ego. A sincere apology isn't a weakness, it's a strength that fosters deeper connections. Words matter, but tone matters more. How you say something often matters more than what you say. Choose your tone with care. Now, let's say goodbye and see you on the next video.